Hello, everyone. I'm Rob Smith of Smith of the Black with the Strat Time Report as we're coming into a long Labor Day weekend where markets closed on Monday. So we'll see how that goes because we have the 2 down, 2 up reversal off the jobs number here. But now we're backing off. And normally that wouldn't happen on a 2-2 reversal. So we'll see how far we go because if we go to that 60 here, SPY, you'll see this here. That was 401.55, and the high over here was 401.24. So what that means is we draw the broadening formation like so. Barely took that out, and then backs off on a 2 up, 2 down reversal on the 60. Now a new 60, but because everything's a 2 up, unless we start going all the way back down and going 3, we should just kind of stall out. Plus, you got this holiday weekend. Coming in here, people are going to be leaving early and all that kind of stuff. You got some conflict here on the month because of yesterday here, green on the month, and coming back into this range. So we'd want to take that out next week. But the question here, when you come into, the end of the day, end of the week, end of the month, is always, what's the next 2? What are we closest to? And so at this point, this weekly going to be real important because that's either going to change that month back red or it's going to potentially trigger a potential 3-month to the upside. So this is really what we're looking at. And, for today, you gap up, but then you go red, conflict. And like I said, holiday market probably dries up here as the day goes on unless we can get closer to a nice 3. If we go to QQQ, and QQQ 2 up but backs off, too weak to take this out. Like the SPY did, it didn't do that, right? So we'll see if there's anything more in the afternoon. Once again, what side of this week do we take out next week? Because we're just starting a new month, right? Do we confirm to try and go 3-monther, or we go the 2-2 down? This is weekly, so I can't stress enough is what we're going to be looking at here. If we go to the Dow Jones Diamonds, here, same deal, 2 up but red. And how do we take this out? That's really what we're looking at. If we go to the small cappers, same deal. Small cappers a little weaker. They came back into the range here and closer to taking out the lows of this week, next week, and that would put in that rev strat here. So here was the opening of the week, the opening of the month, I should say here. So in the small cappers, the opening 181.78 is what we're looking at over there. We got a new 60-minute, and we're still trying to fade here a little bit. That would be nice if we can get back into like 3 land, but not too excited about too much here. But we do have like Meta and Apple hitting the lows right now. Meta coming in, potential 3-day. Apple always spooks them when that goes to the lows. So the question is, are we going to be weak enough to get a 3-day here? That would be interesting. Because right now, the following through on the selling, as far as that SPY is concerned, that 2 up, 2 down 60, we're following through here. So maybe we catch them off guard with a nice 3-day. So we can start looking for follow through to the downside. On the upside, just some shenaniganers, AHI here. Little guy having some nice movement, SMAR here. But the question here now is I'm watching it live, how many things can potentially go 3? Now you got Tesla coming in here. That could get a little interesting. You'd see the 60-minute broadening formation here. So normally, like when you have so many 2-2 reversals on the daily to the upside, we would hold. Right now, they're starting to fade a bit, and once we start getting back into Thursday's ranges, then we can start thinking about, can all these things go 3, right, and have an outside day. So right now we don't have that, but we're getting closer on a lot of things. Here's DocU going to the lows right now. And DocU had that shooter counter's hammer there, 60. Still an inside day and trying to take out those months, so we'll see how that goes. Lulu gapped up and then comes back in, 2260. And here you go. This is what just watching that gap list. If you go to the 30, there it is, the inside 30, and down she goes, right? Just let her rock. So far, so good. AVGO. Just took a 60. Here. to up, inside, and down. Still in this mother bar here, but we'll see if we can get out of that. Keeping an eye on these things. Like I said, I'm concerned that we might dry up here with so many twos to the upside in conflict, but they are trying to fade here a bit. So if you're going to do anything right now, they're still fading. I'm not too gung-ho here. I just kind of want to get into the weekend. I look forward to 3-day weekends like nobody's business. And, other than that, we got shenaniganers coming down. AMLX getting pounded. SHPH pounded. And, of course, ATXG. Now, there's an inside day and down for you right there. But for the most part, we're getting into a long weekend once again. No game on Monday, so we will see how they position Square coming into the weekend if anybody's left. Right now, still on the SPY, 2 down, 2 up. But if we start coming into here, that'll get more of my attention. Like if we start, coming into this range. But of course, with this weekend coming up, a little concerned that things are going to dry up. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And I hope everybody had a great weekend, has an even better weekend, long weekend. All right, that's going to do it for this week. I'm Rob Smith. This is Mr. Black. Strat Time Report.